Hi, I'm Breanna. I'm the OT, and your name is?
Haley.
Okay, so I know that you're one of the paraeducators here.
hmm
So I'm going to be teaching you about the Zones of Regulation program today because the school has kind of adopted that as a school-wide program that's going to be implemented for the students. So I'm going to be teaching the teachers and the paraeducators about it. So the Zones of Regulation program is designed to promote self-regulation and emotional control. Self-regulation is basically one's ability to regulate any sensory needs that you have, your emotions, impulses. So we all encounter situations that kind of test our limits. And if we can identify when we're becoming less regulated, then we can address it and be able to manage those emotions and feelings and get ourselves to a more healthy place. So this comes naturally for some, but some others need to be taught and they need practice with it.
Yeah.
And the zones of regulation is a systematic cognitive behavioral approach, which is a fancy way of saying, mental strategy, sensory strategy, stuff like that to address self-regulation. So it categorizes all the different ways we feel and states of alertness into 4 concrete colored zones. So that's the red zone, the yellow zone, the green zone, and the blue zone. So let me just explain those really quick so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So the red zone is really heightened state of alertness, extreme emotions. Person may be angry, having rage, the explosive behaviors. And then you have the yellow zone, which is just below the red zone, so still a heightened state of alertness, but it's not, you're in control of your emotions. So that can be frustration, anxiety, and it can also be good emotions, excitement, silliness, wiggles, like the kids like to say. And then the green zone is the ideal zone for the school setting, so calm, focused, relaxed, ready to learn. And then the blue zone is below the green zone, and that's just a low state of alertness, so they can be lethargic, sad, tired, bored,
Yeah.
those emotions. And all the zones are natural to experience, so it's really important to make sure the kids know that no zone is better or worse. No, they're not good or bad. They're just all natural to experience. You experience them all from time to time. And then you want to help them. Basically, the program is going to teach them how to figure out what zones are expected in certain situations based on the environment, and and teaching them strategies to help them move into the appropriate zone. So for example, if they're out on the playground, the yellow zone is appropriate, they're being silly, they're excited, but when they come back in, they need to know how to regulate their system to get back into that green zone so that they can focus on what you're going to be doing in the classroom. And the zones framework provides strategies to teach the students how to become more aware of what zone they're in and independent in controlling their emotions and impulses, managing their sensory needs, and this will help to improve their ability to problem solve and solve conflicts. So during the activities done throughout the 18 lessons, that's how many lessons are in the program, they will learn how to use strategies or tools to stay in a zone or to move from one zone to another. So this includes exploration of calming techniques, cognitive strategies, sensory supports, and this program will help children to be able to consciously regulate their actions and increase their control and problem solving abilities, like I said. So as I mentioned previously, if they're able to identify when they're feeling less regulated, then they're able to address it and implement the tools that they learn in the program to be able to manage their emotions and sensory needs to get to a more healthy place where they can focus. And this creates a more healthy classroom environment in which students can focus more on learning and the teachers can focus more on what they're teaching instead of trying to address problem behaviors that might just be sensory needs that are not being met. So now I'm just going to demonstrate the first lesson, and I have the book right here. So this lesson just introduces the students to the 4 zones like I explained to you. So you're going to go cover all those 4 zones, and then it also allows you to create some visuals that you can put up in the classroom. So you're going to cut out each colored, they make big traffic signs, and then you're going to have all these little cutout pictures of emotions, different faces. And just real simply what you're going to do is you'll have a student come up and they'll draw a face that's been cut out and they'll tell the class what emotion it is, and then the class as a group will decide which zone they think that goes in. And then the teacher may have to help them, this is the first lesson, so they might not get it right, so just help them identify which zone that would be appropriate for. And then they'll just glue them onto the big traffic each color traffic sign that you've cut out, and then you can display those in the classroom for them to reference throughout the day and to use for each subsequent lesson. And then you want to wrap up the lesson by discussing with the students that when they understand how they're feeling, that they're better able to manage their emotions and control their behaviors. And then you can ask them things such as, how will sorting the ways you feel and act into the 4 zones help you understand yourself better, and how will it help you understand your classmates better? So that was just a really brief overview of the first lesson, and then you guys will be getting the training later on. And so that's all I have for you. Do you have any questions?
Nope, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.